Welcome to the Explainer. So, your organization is looking at Microsoft Copilot, right? You want all that AI power, but you got to do it safely. Well, today we're going to break down a framework to help you do exactly that. Get all the business value without compromising on security. Let's get into it.
And just so you know, this is actually part 7 of a 10-part tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC. We're zeroing in on AI security and adoption. You know, the stuff that's absolutely critical for senior leadership and line managers to get right.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the new threats out there and the new defenses you'll need. Then we'll get into a smart way to govern this stuff with a zoned model. After that, we'll map out a phased rollout plan, figure out who needs to be on your adoption team, and wrap up with how to respond when things, don't go as planned. Let's do it.
Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1. You really have to get your head around this. Generative AI, things like Copilot, they aren't just another thing to secure. Nope. They bring a whole new class of threats to the table. Threats that your old-school defenses might not even see coming.
And that brings us to the big question, right? The one every leader should be asking. Are our current defenses actually AI ready? Because the whole game has changed. The attack surface isn't just about network breaches anymore. It's about attacking the very logic of the AI itself. So are you ready for that?
I mean, just look at this list. These aren't your typical security threats. Take something like prompt injection. That's where a crafty user could trick Copilot into summarizing, say, a top-secret M&A document it has no business seeing. Or think about social engineering at scale. We're talking about phishing attacks so perfectly personalized, so convincing, they're nearly impossible to spot. This isn't some futuristic sci-fi stuff, folks. This is the reality we need to plan for right now.
So, with all these scary new threats, how do you possibly manage the risk without, completely shutting down all the amazing innovation AI can bring? Well, that's where a zoned governance model comes into play.
Here's the beautiful thing about this model. It gets that not all AI use cases are the same. It breaks things down into 3 zones. You've got Zone 3, that's your low-risk stuff. Personal productivity, experiments, we can have minimal oversight there. Then there's Zone 2 for departmental tools. That's where you need a good partnership with IT. And finally, Zone 1. This is for the heavy hitters, mission-critical systems, sensitive data. That requires full IT control, no different than any other core enterprise app.
And this is a perfect example of Zone 2 in action. Think about it. You can set up a dedicated environment just for HR. It lets an AI agent answer employee questions about benefits, no problem. But, and this is the crucial part, strong policies make it impossible for that same agent to peek at, say, sensitive sales data from the finance department. See, it's all about control, but without strangling innovation. Okay, governance model is in place. Great. Now, the next big question for management is, how do we actually roll this thing out? You can't just flip a switch for the whole company. The answer? A strategic, phased rollout. It's the only way to keep it smooth and secure. And this 3-step plan is just smart. You start small with an executive pilot, get some high-quality feedback, and just as important, create some internal champions who love it. Then you expand, one department at a time. This lets you learn how different teams will use it because, let's be real, what the legal team needs is totally different from what sales is going to do. And only after you've got all those learnings and the right support is in place, then you go for the big enterprise-wide rollout.
And this quote really nails the secret sauce. Each phase has to have clear success criteria. You literally do not move on to the next step until you've proven the current one is stable, it's secure, and it's actually working. It's like having gates. This whole process makes sure your ability to manage and support Copilot doesn't get left in the dust by how fast people are adopting it. Now here's something that every leader needs to hear. Rolling out Copilot is not just another IT project. It's not. It's a full-on business transformation, and that means you absolutely need a real partnership that cuts across the entire organization. I mean, look at this team. Everyone here has a critical piece of the puzzle. Of course, IT is going to handle the tech, but you need security to think about the threats. You need legal to worry about compliance. You need the actual business units to tell you what's actually useful. And please, don't forget HR and communications. They're the ones who will manage the people side of this massive change.
Yeah, this image really says it all, doesn't it? Success isn't about IT just pushing a button. We're not just plopping a new icon on someone's desktop, we are weaving a powerful new assistant into the very fabric of how people get their work done every single day. And to do that right, you need a coalition of leaders from all over the company to guide the way.
All right, final section. Let's be realistic. Even with the absolute best plans, the best security, stuff happens. Things can and will go wrong. And that is why you have to be ready to respond when an AI-specific incident occurs.
So, those incident response playbooks you already have, they're a great starting point, but they're not going to cut it for AI. They need a serious upgrade. You have to add new scenarios. Like, what is your plan when a user figures out a clever prompt that gets around your security controls? Or how do you shut down an agent that starts spitting out nonsense because its data source got poisoned? These are brand new questions, and your security teams need to have answers ready.
So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. A successful, secure Copilot adoption is all about proactive planning. It's not about fixing things after they break. And this question right here, this is your homework. This is your call to action. Seriously, sitting down and thinking through your response to that first potential incident, that's probably the single most important first step you can take.